Hi everyone. For this week's in-class exercise, I'm just going to ask you to imagine playing a very, very simple war game. If we were meeting in person and having a normal in-person class, I'd actually put you in teams and make you play this game with each other. Unfortunately, since we're all online for this class, you'll just have to imagine it. But the game is pretty simple. I don't think you'll have very much trouble imagining how it would play out. In doing this, in imagining playing this game, I hope that we can think through what the idea of non-action, as introduced in the second half of the Tao Te Ching, would really look like in practice for kings trying to govern their countries during the Warring States period. So, let's imagine a very simple game. Imagine that you're going to play this simple war game with a large group of your friends. All you need is a pair of dice and enough friends that you can have several teams, each team representing one country. Now, I'm going to just ask you to imagine how the games would play out under two different sets of rules that I'll describe for you. Ready? Okay, let's think about playing the war game under version 1 of the rules. So, every turn, your group of friends, your country, gets to choose to either attack a neighbor, another one of the teams in the room, or to pass. If you want to attack, both you and the defender will each roll a pair of dice, and the attacker adds 4 to their score. Whoever has the highest score wins the battle, and then takes from the loser some of its team members. You actually take the citizens from that team and you put them on your team, and you take a number of citizens equal to the difference in score. Then the team which takes all the citizens from all the other teams is said to have united all of the warring states of early China and wins the game. So, for example, suppose you have one team called Team Qin, and they attack Team Zhao. Now, Qin rolls a 5 on the dice, and according to the rules, they add a +4 bonus as the attacker, so they get a total of 9. Then Zhao rolls a 7, so they lose the battle. Because 9 is 2 more than 7, then Team Qin takes 2 of the team members away from Zhao and brings them into Team Qin. Now, just think about this. Using these rules, what would be the best strategy? To attack or to pass? If you kept playing this game over several rounds, what would it look like? Okay, now that you have that in mind, let's consider the same game with different rules. In version 2 of the game, you still take turns. Every turn, your country gets to choose to either attack a neighbor or to pass. If you attack, both you and the defender roll a pair of dice. But this time, instead of the attacker adding 4 to their score, the defender gets to add 4 to their score instead. Just as before, whoever has the highest score wins the battle and takes from the loser a number of citizens equal to the difference in score. So, in this version, let's say Team Qin again attacks Team Zhao. Qin rolls a 5, Zhao rolls a 7, and they get a +4 bonus for a total score of 11. Because 11 minus 5 is 6, therefore Qin loses 6 team members to Zhao. So, using this alternate set of rules, what would the best strategy be now? To attack or to pass? Now, if you behaved rationally in both versions of the game, in which version of the game would you be more likely to attack, and in which version would you be more likely to pass? The difference between whether you'll start a war or maintain the peace depends on your starting assumptions. Does it look like you have more to gain or more to lose by starting a war? The Tao Te Ching assumes that the cost of war is high. Also, it assumes that the cost of active domestic programs are also high. If that is true, if it is very costly to act as the ruler of a country, then perhaps sometimes the right way to govern a country would be to do nothing at all. In what cases do you think non-action might be the best option for modern governments? Okay, as soon as you're done watching the video, go ahead and start the in-class exercise on the link below. You will first be asked exactly how you would behave in each of the 2 versions of this war game that I've just described. Next, you'll be asked what you have learned about non-action from this game and also from the Tao Te Ching. Finally, remember to click "Yes, I am done" on the last question and click Submit to get credit for the exercise. It's very important that you answer that last question, or else you won't get credit. It's the most important thing, so please don't forget it.